How's it going, everyone? It's Ben Falcon's Media Corner back again with a brand new video for today. And welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw. This time for this new episode for this series is going to be my review on the 2024 psychological horror thriller, and that is Speak No Evil. Now, this film is actually a remake to the 2022 Danish film of the same name, which I did not know that until the reviews dropped in for this movie. But anyway, in this film, we follow a family that involves a couple named Louise and Ben, who are played by Mackenzie Davis and Scoot McNairy, and they have a daughter named Angus. And they are invited to spend the whole weekend in a lonely home in the countryside by this couple named Patty and Sarah, who are played by James McAvoy and Ashley Franciosi, and they have a son named Ant, who is actually mute. But as the weekend progresses, they realize that there's a dark secret that lies within the family who've invited them. So that's pretty much the story of Speak No Evil. Now, as I already mentioned, this is a remake to the 2022 Danish film of the same name, which, as I already mentioned, I did not know that until the reviews dropped in for this movie. But ever since I did see this movie, I definitely want to check out the original film. And this film comes to us from director James Watkins, who directed a very unique yet creepy horror film from 2012 known as The Woman in Black. And I overall really enjoyed that movie. And so when I heard he was making a psychological horror thriller with Blumhouse, I was really excited to see what he was going to be doing with those guys. However, for Blumhouse themselves, they haven't had the best year or anything for themselves, because they have been struggling this year. Because for the 3 films they recently released this year, you guys may know I wasn't really a fan of any of those 3 films, which were, of course, Night Swim, Imaginary, and Afraid, which you guys know those films didn't really appeal to me that much. But still, though, I was really intrigued to check out this movie here and all that, since this was the latest Blumhouse project here. And this film came out on the 13th of September this year, which I did see this film on opening day, and there was quite a amount of people on the screen that I went to for this movie. And after watching this whole movie here, I gotta tell you this, I surprisingly enjoyed this movie a lot more than I expected here, because I went to this film thinking it was gonna be just a good watch, but I overall had a blast here with this remake of Speak No Evil. This movie was definitely awesome here. What really sells out this whole movie here is James McAvoy as the lead star. He definitely sells out this whole movie here, from bringing a whole lot to his character in the movie, which I thought he really nailed all that here. Because at the very start, he tends to be like a really nice guy, but then later down the line in the film, the movie slowly builds up his reveal, in which he is in fact a really crazy guy. And again, I thought McAvoy really nailed all that here, and he manages to steal every single scene that he was in through the majority of this film here. And if that's what you want to see, you're definitely going to find yourself really satisfied with all that here. And Mackenzie Davis, I thought, was also terrific in the movie as well. Although her chemistry with Scoot McNairy in the film, in which they play a couple together in the film, they don't have like the best chemistry that they do have themselves yet. But still, though, Mackenzie Davis is incredible in the movie. And as for everyone else, including the child actors, they were all really good, especially the actor who plays the mute son, and he was really good in the movie. And it is a slow building movie here, but it is something I did expect, but I overall found myself really appreciated with here, because the movie tends to have some expositions later down the line in the film, alongside some of the unpredictable moments, which those moments I did not see coming when it came to some of that here, when it comes to the whole psychological aspects of the film here. And the film does tend to have some characters do some dumb decisions here, but I felt like the movie managed to handle all that here, and yet having a whole lot of purpose to this movie here when it comes to some of that in the film. And when it comes to the last act of the film, I overall found myself really satisfied with the last act, because I overall had a lot of fun when it came to the whole finale of the film here. And the overall filmmaking process by James Watkins looks really nice in terms of the set designs and the overall look at the movie. However, the only gripe I do have with the movie is that there are some editing choices here and there that I felt were a bit odd in some scenes, and they were kind of odd for myself to view with as I was watching the film here. And that's the only nitpick I can only pick out with the movie here. But all in all, this new version of Speak No Evil definitely really surprised me here. It was an awesome remake, and it's by far Blumhouse's best that they brought out so far for this year. And if you're overall a huge fan of the original film, or you're a fan of any of the stars like James McAvoy, or you're a fan of like these kind of like psychological thrillers, this is definitely your cup of tea here. So that's pretty much all I have to say about this new version of Speak No Evil. I'm going to give Speak No Evil 2024 4.5 out of 5. All in all, like I said, this was definitely an awesome remake here, and it's safe to say that Blumhouse has definitely got a new winner here, and definitely a lot more better than the previous 3 films that were already gotten from them this year here as well. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my AK After Hours store review on Speak No Evil 2024, and let me know what you think of this remake if you have seen this already, or if you just recently checked this out. Did you have a blast with this, or was this not your cup of tea? As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and this has been Falcons Media Corner signing off.